Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Evo Crisis, and in this video I'd like to give a guide for Titan high score battle in the current battle ranking event. I'm doing Titan on stage level 220 and I have only lowered Titan's HP by 1 tier, and here if you like to go lower I think I could recommend lowering HP further or just lowering magic attack debuff at the beginning of the battle so that you can finish off the boss before he does his AoE charge attack later on in the battle, because if you get hit by that your score will be reduced by quite a lot as damage taken lowers your final score quite a lot. And I have two teams for this battle. The first one is more accessible, I think, with Cloud as only DPS and Aerith with Nagi are buffing and debuffing. And I also have to note that if you pulled on Sephiroth's newest Wind Arcanum banner, you can use him instead of Cloud, because my OB4 Seph with that still OB1 command ability actually hits harder than maxed out Cloud, and with Seph as DPS you can get a bit higher score than Cloud, but it's only around 10,000 points, so it's nothing that substantial. But here the first team is with Cloud, and you don't want your DPS character to have the highest magic attack, because at the beginning of the battle Titan will target the character with the highest magic attack and will trap them in rock. So ideally Nagi or Aerith, because you need to deplete that wind gauge in time, so you need your DPS to be DPSing. And we also have that elemental wind materia, so just use it on your DPS and give your best magic attack stat sticks on your other character that you want to get targeted. But on this, try to have some physical defense so you take less damage in a battle. And also, on my own team I have Sephiroth and Cloud as DPS, and Aerith is unchanged, she is just buffing and debuffing, and I am at the same stage level 220, and I can get a bit higher score with this, but it's also not a huge difference, with my ceiling being at around 1.25 million, and I'm very sure I cannot go any higher with this. But I also tried max level, so 250, but I'm missing too much DPS and the battle takes too long, I'm taking too much damage, so it's not worth it, and I would need much higher overboost on Sephiroth for that. But yeah, you just have to choose what the stage level which fits you the most. Aerith has Bahamut outfit with Breath of the Earth, Crimson Staff for magic buffs, floor 1 to debuff wind resistance, Princess Guard, barrier materia and 2 stat sticks, and then in sub-equipment slots a weapon with attack for allies, guild weapon with physical defense for allies, and another guild weapon but with AB boost. Nagi has Canyon outfit with any limit break or summon, it doesn't really matter. Canyon color to boost his magic attack stats and to do some small hits. Brilliant color to boost wind damage. Ultimate weapon, 3 highest magic attack stat sticks, and then in sub-equipment slots Sword of GS with magic ability potency and attack. Weapon with magic attack for allies, and Odin with physical defense and attack for allies. And also Nagi has highest magic attack stats so that he gets targeted by Titan. Cloud has Wind Arcanum outfit with Zantetsu Ken, Holiday Blade for DPS, Log for stats, but you can use any other weapon to boost Cloud's stats, just make sure that his magic attack isn't higher than Nagi's, and I would put here Mystic Sword instead, but that makes Cloud's attack a bit too high. And also Buster, and those are just 3 wind potency stat sticks, and then in sub-equipment slots Partisan to max out magic attack and boost wind potency, Protector's Blade and double stem E with magic ability potency. Aerith has Bahamut outfit with Breath of the Earth or anything else, it doesn't matter, you won't get it off. Crimson Staff for buffs, floor 1 to debuff wind resistance, Princess Guard, Breach and 2 stat sticks, and in sub-equipment slots 2 guild weapons with physical defense for allies and another guild weapon with AB boost. Cloud has Wind Arcanum outfit with Climb Hazard, Holiday Blade for DPS, Mystic Sword for stats, Buster, 3 stat sticks with highest magic attack, and then in sub-equipment slots Cloud has Fafnir with HP and physical defense, Odin with physical defense and attack for allies, and another weapon with magic attack for allies. Sephiroth has Wind Arcanum outfit with Zantetsuken, Saraya Remages for DPS, Odin for Exploit Weakness, Genji 3 Wind Buoyancy stat stakes, and in sub-equipment slots, Sword of GS and Protector's Blade with Magic Ability Buoyancy, and Partisan to max out magic attack and boost Wind Buoyancy. Alright, at the beginning of the battle you just want to start nullifying those buffs and debuffs that you have inflicted, but you also have to reduce that wind gauge. So with Aerith it's just Crimson stuff to buff magic attack and also Floral Wand to apply that wind resistance debuff. But with Cloud he doesn't do anything else than just DPS. And alright, also buff Naki's physical defense, so you take a little bit less damage from this hit. And with Naki, first you want to do is buff your wind damage, and if your brilliant color is above OB6 you'll have a higher buff, but I have to cast it twice just for mid buff. But also here, just make sure that your buffs don't expire, so both magic attack and then debuffs. And on those, whenever you see his attacks, you can switch to defense. Right, recast the buffs. And ideally, he should start charging his attack very soon. Right, let's try to finish him off. Okay, one more, and ideally, because sometimes he might do Veil, and it depends. I have noticed if you go through his HP, he might skip it, or you just finish him off before he does Veil. But ideally, you want to finish him off before he finishes charging his AoE attack, because that's coming. But yeah, and this battle with Sephiroth instead of Cloud, it looks exactly the same. All they do is DPS, but in Aerith and Naki they still do exactly the same thing. Alright, now my team, and the beginning is the same, just Crimson to start nullifying those buffs, and with Sephiroth, because he does Exploit Weakness first, it doesn't matter if you go Crimson or Floral, you get both buffs in time. Alright, so Floral and DPS, and also you can do Genji for that extra magic attack boost, and don't worry, you'll get off that second attack in time. But also don't forget about casting Breach on Cloud, so he takes a little bit less damage here. Alright. I'll wait for max stance, and also Crimson because Cloud lost his magic attack buff. But with Cloud and Sephiroth all you want to do is DPS. But also with Aerith, try to cast Breach on everyone, because this boulder, it can hit anyone, so you take a little bit less damage if everyone is buffed. Right, Odin because it expired, and overspeed, one more attack. Alright, perfect. Should be fine. But also I could have finished it off with Cloud, but I wanted to get some Tetsuken because it gives you that a little bit higher score, because it's one hit max damage higher, because Zantetsuken hits a little bit higher than Weapon C ability, at least here. But yeah, I'm done with this ranking. I won't say tired, and I didn't really do much. If I wouldn't have to record and make guides, I might have not even went back into it, because I just did it for clears and for rewards, just wanted good content, but that's it. But after Guild Battle and now Battle Ranking, I'm looking forward to Wednesday. But yeah, that would be it. So good luck on your own clear, and I hope you find my guide helpful. And in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.